Hello student, today I am going to discuss intrinsic semiconductor. Intrinsic semiconductor. What is semiconductor? Semiconductor lies between conductor and insulator. If you see energy level diagram, if the energy gap is less than 3 electron volt, then it is said to be semiconductor. Let me tell you what is this. So this is valence band and this is conduction band. The separation between valence band and conduction band is called energy gap or forbidden energy gap. If forbidden energy gap is less than 3 electron volt, then it is said to be semiconductor. Semiconductor are two types, intrinsic semiconductor and another is extrinsic semiconductor. So today we'll discuss only intrinsic semiconductor. The pure example of intrinsic semiconductor is silicon and germanium. What is intrinsic semiconductor? A semiconductor which is free from impurity atom is called intrinsic semiconductor. Example, silicon and germanium are the pure example of intrinsic semiconductor. Silicon and germanium has 4 valence electrons. So they are making covalent bonds. So the 4 valence electrons of silicon and germanium make covalent bond with the neighboring silicon or germanium atom. In the diagram I have taken silicon atom. So silicon atom has 4 valence electron. It means outermost electron is 4. So this 4 valence electron makes this one will make covalent bond with this one neighboring silicon atom. This one will make neighboring another silicon atom. This one will make covalent bond neighboring another silicon atom. This one will make covalent bond with the neighboring silicon atom. When bond is completed, this bond is complete at 0 Kelvin temperature. At 0 Kelvin temperature, all covalent bonds are complete. All covalent bonds are complete. There is no free electron for the conduction of current. No free electron. If there is no free electron, no flow of current. When temperature increasing or temperature rising at room temperature, the valence electrons acquires energy greater than the binding energy to the nucleus. Means when temperature rising, when temperature increasing, valence electrons acquire sufficient energy, which is if the energy is greater than binding energy, then electron leaves the atom. So as for example, you see that this bond. So here initially here electron was there. So this electron when acquire sufficient energy, the electron leave this atom. And when electron leaves this atom, the covalent bond is broken. When covalent bond is broken, a hole is created, a vacancy is created. This vacancy is called hole. An electron which leave this atom, this is the electron leave this atom, this electron is said to be free electron. So when the valence electron leaves the atom, as a result of this, covalent bond is broken. The electron which leaves the atom is called free electron. So this is called free electron. And the release of the electron is called hole. So here a vacancy is created. You see, this is the air vacancy. A vacancy is created. This vacancy means missing of electron. This missing of electron is called hole. So hole is equivalent to a positive charge. Hole is equivalent to a positive charge of positive charge which is having the same magnitude of electron. Electron is a negative charge, hole is a positive charge. The movement of electrons and holes, the movement of free electrons is equal to the holes but in opposite direction. Since electrons and holes are opposite sign in nature, so if electrons moving say right direction, then hole will move in the left direction. Actually, the battery positive terminals, from battery positive to negative, hole will move, and battery negative to positive, electron will move. So their motion is in opposite. So here one more thing is that you see, say a covalent bond is broken. Say another covalent bond is broken means another hole is created, another electron becomes free. Means number of how many holes, how many electrons are created, that depends upon the covalent bonds. So number of covalent bonds are broken more means, so say same number of how many covalent bonds are broken, same number of holes and electrons pairs are produced. Means number of holes equal to number of electrons. Say one hole is broken means one electrons become free, one hole is created. Two covalent bond is broken means two holes created and two electrons become free. If three covalent bonds are broken means three holes are created, three electrons become free. So number of holes is equal to number of electrons. So number density of free electron is equal to the number density of holes. So number density of electrons equal to number density of holes. So this we can write Ni equal to Ni equal to Na is equal to Ni. This Ni is called intrinsic carrier concentration. What is Ni? Ni is called intrinsic carrier concentration. So when this intrinsic semiconductor is connected to a battery, a potential difference is developed. Now you see, this is the battery, this is the battery positive terminal, and this is battery negative terminal. So holes moves from battery positive to negative, and electrons move from battery negative to positive. Holes move battery positive to negative, electron moves from battery negative to positive. So due to flow of holes and electron, there is current in the circuit. Now one thing you just keep in mind, hole can move only inside the semiconductor. Hole cannot move through this wire. In the wire, only electron can flow. That is called conduction current. And due to flow of hole, it is called hole current. Let me tell you once again. So what is intrinsic semiconductor? A semiconductor which is free from impurity atom. Example, silicon and germanium. Silicon and germanium has 4 valence electrons. They are making covalent bond with the neighboring silicon germanium atoms. When all covalent bonds are complete, means all electrons are engaged, it happens at 0 Kelvin temperature. Then the silicon and germanium is said to be insulator. Why? Because there is no free electron. When temperature increasing reach to say a room temperature, then electrons acquire sufficient energy, whose energy is greater than binding energy. So when electrons acquire greater than the binding energy, the electron leaves the atom. When electron leaves the atom, electron becomes free and a vacancy is created. This vacancy is said to be missing of electron. So this missing of electron, this vacancy is said to be hole. This is hole and this is hole. This is free electron. Now here you see a covalent bond, a single covalent bond is broken. So a hole is created and a single electron become free. If two covalent bonds are broken, if two covalent bond is broken means two holes will be created and two electrons become free. So number of electrons equal to number of holes. But thing is that holes is in opposite sign of electron. Electron is a negative charge, hole is a positive charge. Both are having same magnitude of charge. And their motion also in opposite. So number of holes is equal to number of electrons. Why? Because how many covalent bonds are broken, same number of electrons holes pair are produced. So if 10 covalent bonds are broken, then 10 holes are created, 10 electrons become free. So number of holes equal to number of electrons. So Ne equal to Ne is equal to Ni. So Ni is called intrinsic carrier. If you connect a battery, then holes will move from battery positive to negative. Hole moves from here, electron moves towards battery positive to positive terminal. Holes move towards battery negative terminal. So holes move from battery positive to negative, electron moves from battery negative to positive. So due to this flow of electron, there is electric current in the circuit. Thank you.